Okay, good morning and welcome to the last day of July 31st of July. Uh, we go to August 1st tomorrow, brand new month. Not the end of a quarter, it's the end of the first month of this third quarter. And a lot has happened yesterday, and a lot's going to happen even today and tomorrow. So, lots of information going on here. So market gonna make us money, what is gonna we're gonna talk about that, and what should be taking a profit in, and we're gonna discuss about some stocks. We're gonna talk about the entire market, and especially about the Fed yesterday, what we were expecting and what didn't we get, and what did the Bank of Canada do, and what did the Japanese did last night. So let's bring down the Forex Factory in front of you here. Let's share the screen here first. Entire screen. Let's share this one. Yeah. So
मेरे फोन की स्क्रीन कितना शेयर होगी उत्ते
मेरी फोन दी screen. Any, sorry भाजी.
नहीं नहीं पाजी मैनू लगदा मेरा मैं अपना चेक करता सी
Oh, अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा. ठीक है.
या
So I'm sharing my screen. It should be Forex Factory in front of you. Let's talk about yesterday first. What happened at the Feds? I put a whole bunch of comments in the chat. I don't know if anybody read them. Basically, very hawkish. That what the Fed chairman was. He did not mention even once that they were going to cut interest rates in September, which is everybody is pretty much saying that it's going to happen. But also the two Fed dissents that went against Jerome Powell yesterday, he didn't make a big deal out of it. He said basically said they can explain themselves why they voted for rate cuts. So he didn't really, push them. Why did they, vote for the negative? Why he didn't talk about anything negative about them. So he basically left it to them and let them explain why they're in for a rate cut. So we know Waller, why Waller is doing it, and one of the things he's got, yeah, I want the Fed job. Go ahead, Donald Trump gave me the job. I'll do whatever you want me to do. So that's what he voted for yesterday. And the other was a lady, I can't remember what her name was. She also voted against it. So what does that mean? At the end of the day, they still voted not to cut interest rates. We were thinking that like I said yesterday morning, there might have been outside chance that they might have cut interest rates. But when we saw the numbers yesterday morning, the numbers that came out, the ADP numbers, and we can then the 8:30 we got the GDP numbers. That told me right there then that remember I said it in the in the morning that now it's almost 0% we're gonna get cut. So we did get 0%. The interest rates were held 4.50. What does that all mean? So we have stocks like real estate and stuff, and we were thinking that it was gonna get a benefit that we not if we don't get it in July, we were gonna get it in September. So Jerome Powell will talk about some interest rate cuts happening in September. He talked about it zero, nothing. So what happened to all the interest sensitive stocks? They went to the downside. So what do I think of what we should do since we hold a real estate? Since I know I hold real estate, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy more. The reason I'm gonna buy more is because they still, I think they're gonna cut rates in September. And one of the biggest thing is, this $9.5 trillion debt that's coming up. So that's one of the biggest reason I'm going to hold these interest rates. We're still making some money on it, and if you took some profit off those real estate, that's fine. But again, it's the whole and that's why the market dropped. If you look at during the Jerome Powell time, let me bring that in front of you here. So if you look at the ES hour by hourly, this is Jerome Powell. Okay, this is John Paul dropping the market to the downside, saying no interest rate cuts. And when his conference was done, at 4 o'clock, we started getting numbers from Meta. We started going Microsoft numbers, which we already said they were going to be strong to the upside, and they were. And and it picked up the market after 4 o'clock. So it pushed the market right to the top side. So remember this morning, the reason I put, if you look at the what I put on the weighting, if you I put that around early this morning, 6:05. One of the questions Rapinder asked me this morning was, when are we going to see this market to the downside? So the problem right now in the market is if you take a look at the M7 stocks, they got almost 54% of the NASDAQ 100 index. 54%. That's more than half. So if you just got 7 stocks going up to the upside, it's a very misleading index. Okay, so the NASDAQ is hitting to the new highs if you see it here, and it's pumping to the upside. It actually kind of gapped up after those earnings on Microsoft and Meta, and this is going to continue to go upside because we got Apple, we got Amazon earnings today. I think Amazon's going to be another good earnings. Remember, I have Amazon as a buy, and we've been, even yesterday 2:30, I was saying it's a buy. So I said you can get some money out of it. So please review all the tapes from the especially the morning updates I've been given. Take a look at what I've been saying every morning. So you'll find that I've been pretty consistent. That especially Amazon is keeps going to the upside. And today I think it's gonna the earnings which are coming out after the market. Amazon has run up a lot for us, and I'm making a pretty good profit. I think a lot of you guys are making good profit, and it's up to you what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you whether you sell it today before the earnings or not, but I am going to hold. I'm holding from 160, and I'm going to continue to hold Amazon. So I was thinking about selling Microsoft today, but again, it's I'm going to continue to hold. If I do sell, you guys will be the first ones to know. So Microsoft, Amazon, all these stocks are still hold for me. So overall, going back to the index, what is it going to do today? So far, this index is still going to be a risk on period because we got those earnings coming out at the end of the day. We also got numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning. So we also want to take a look at what's coming out at 8:30. So this is yesterday's numbers. Let's take a look at what's coming out of 8:30 this morning. We got Canadian GDP number, and we're going to look at the health of the Canadian economy with all those interest rate cuts. What's happening with that? The most important number is that this one here. This is going to decide for Jerome Powell on September whether he's going to cut interest rates. The PCE number. It's slated to come in at 0.3, which is higher than the 0.2. If it goes higher, that means inflationary. If this number is higher, 0.3 or even higher than that, he's not going to cut interest rates. Okay, he is not going to cut interest rates. So it must come in below 0.3. And if anybody doesn't understand this, what the PCE means, it's sorry, I'm catching my tongue here. So it's right here, and you can take a look at it. What does it mean? It's change in the price of goods and services purchased by the consumer, okay, excluding food and energy. Pretty straightforward, okay? So PCE data is very important. And that if it goes up, it's inflationary. If it goes down, it's a deflationary. If it goes up, interest rates don't come down. If it goes down, interest rate gets a cut if it goes down. So let's see what happens. And what has this number been doing? This number, if you look at the chart here, it's been going to the downside as a PCE. So that's usually good for interest rate cuts. Okay, overall, that number is usually good for interest rate cuts if the number is lower. So let's see what it comes out. It's coming out in 5 minutes. And unemployment number, these are weekly numbers that tell you whether how many people actually applied for unemployment. Is it going to go higher than the 222K? If it's higher, that means they should cut interest rates. Okay, if it's lower, then they won't touch the interest rates. Okay, so that is the unemployment. That's a weekly number. Every Thursday we get this number, to show us the job market. Employment cost index are the wages. You're looking at changing the price business and the government pay for civilian labor. Is that going up? If this is going up, this is an inflationary number. And inflation, if it's an inflation number, it's like you getting a raise, right? If you got a raise, that means there's no interest rate cuts, right? So it's inflationary number. You're gonna spend more money out there. That's what it means. Okay. So employment cost, is it going up or is it going down? So we get these numbers in 4 minutes, and then we get natural gas storage. If you guys are following natural gas, and some of these other minor numbers that are coming out. So the most important numbers are the red numbers. If you look at the red number, next one is the yellow numbers, but I only mostly look at the red numbers. So all the other ones, you can take a look at it. Kind of will tell you what the personal income is in the U.S., personal spending is going on. They will not affect the market, but these numbers definitely will affect the market, especially the PCE number. Okay, so those are microeconomic numbers you must understand every morning. What's the other thing that's going to affect this market? We have, today's July 31st. Donald Trump said we got till August 1st to negotiate that deal between Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. And he's already claiming tariffs up because we are talking about assisting Palestine or recognizing Palestine. Well, if he doesn't know, Stromer, when he was over in England, he did it in his face. So he never said anything against it. So he's basically picking on Canada, and for some reason he just hates Canada right now, which is, I think Canada. I think Carney is doing the important thing. He's just ignoring him. I think that's the way to do it. Just ignore the guy. He's just gonna wake up every morning and he's gonna say something against Canada. I know he doesn't like it, so that's fine, as long as we don't respond with some same idiotic comments that he makes. So let's stay out of that one. The numbers are coming out in 2.5 minutes. The August 1st is tomorrow due, so it's not gonna affect the market till Monday. We should hear something over the weekend. He's talking to the Mexican President Sheinbaum today, and there's nothing I see on schedule for Canada. So till tomorrow, let's see what comes out. Just remember, we still got the USMCA in place in case they're still following that as a big time as well. And the biggest thing, the car makers have been crying that the Europe got a deal with 15%, and we are getting tariffed at 25% between US, Canada, and Mexico, and we are producing those cars here, and that is really kind of hurting the bottom, bottom as well. So let's quickly, I just might as well go through these numbers before we continue. Then we'll take a look at some of the stocks and what the Japanese, all like Bank of Canada rate, they all held yesterday. Japanese held their rate. So just like I said on the previous couple of days, I don't think anything was going to change, and nothing did change. So again, everybody holding their rate. But going towards the next month, going towards the September, we'll see what the kind of microeconomics numbers come in, especially starting with PCE number today. See if this number will tell us anything about September rate cut. He's got two job reports that are coming out. One is tomorrow, the non-farm payroll, and then another one next month to decide what direction the interest rate's going to come. If these job reports come in strong, you think we're gonna get a rate cut in September? And that's when Donald Trump will actually fire Jerome Powell, is in September if he gets. I think there's still a good chance that he may fire him before September, because if he thinks that he's not gonna change interest rates to lower, I think, to my personal view, is he's gonna do something. He wants those interest rates to come down. Okay, so that's gonna be big thing. So let's take a look at this number here. 24 seconds to go, what it looks like. I'm just gonna look at my other thing here. We'll see which one gets a number out first. Who comes out with the number first? Seconds. Let's move this out of the way. Let's see how it affects the market.
2.6%, 2.6%. That's higher than forecast, 2.5%. Core PCE year over year, 2.8%, 2.8% higher than forecast, 2.7%. Core PCE month over month at 0.3%, 0.3% as expected. Consumer spending at 0.3%, 0.3%, which is lower than forecast, 0.4%.
So there you go.
Personal income month over month, 0.3%, 0.3%. That is higher than forecast, 0.2%. So the headline PCE month over month at 0.3%, 0.3% as expected. Weekly initial jobless claims, 218k, 218k, which is lower than forecast, 223.
Okay, so there we go. PCE numbers, 0.3%, which is same as the forecast, but it is up. That means, what does that mean? That means interest rates, chances of in September right now have gone down further, not getting a cut. Okay, not getting a cut. So that the chances have gone down even further. Unemployment number is the same as the forecast, so pretty much 222k. So this doesn't change much. Okay, still we had 218,000 people unemployed. Okay, 218,000 people still are filing for unemployment. Okay, so 0.3 is gone higher. No chance of interest rate cuts with these numbers in September. And tomorrow we get the non-farm payroll, the government numbers, and we'll see what they look like tomorrow. And if those numbers, again, let's go quickly, what they're expected to be. Here's the non-farm payroll. They're expected to come at 106k. And that, what does the non-farm payroll means? They exclude the farming industry. Okay, this is a change in the number of employed people during the previous months. So if this number is only 106k or less, that means they're losing jobs in the economy. If that number is greater, that means more people are getting jobs. Okay, and that excludes the non-farm, the farming industry. That's why they call them the non-farm employment. Okay, anybody unemployment rate is around 4.2, which is still the lowest in the U.S. history. The lowest I think is 3.9 or 3.8, but it's not very far away from it. So still with the lowest rate, if you look at this here, it's been climbing up a little bit. I think the lowest is right there somewhere. 3.5, sorry, 3.5. It's been the lowest. So it's climbing very slightly, not picking up like this here. Remember, this was COVID when everybody stayed home, right? So again, numbers are not for rate cut right now. We also get ISM manufacturing numbers tomorrow as well. So there you guys can have it. So think about this, right? Sorry, let me, wrong account here. Okay, get that out of the way. Let's go back here. Let's go to the earnings. Let's take a look at the earnings here. Okay, what's came out? Let's look at individual stocks. Start at earnings. Okay, yesterday we got Microsoft came out with earnings, great numbers. Where did they had really good numbers was AI and the cloud. Okay, and those two things are leading the economy right now, and they are going to be spending billions and billions of dollars more on AI, and this is what leading the sector. But then I still think the next big deal is the robotics side. So let's go take a look at quickly Microsoft. What is Microsoft doing this morning? I'm holding this from 343. Anybody's thinking about selling Microsoft this morning? I'm thinking about still holding on. Okay, so but why? Look at this chart, man. This is just incredible. 513. Here's your correction down here. That was your 21% correction, and that's what we're longing for right now. We're longing for a correction so we can pick up stocks like this here cheap. Okay, why do we want a market crash right now? Because we want these stocks to come down. Okay, so right now just think about taking a profit. One of the key areas that I've been really thinking about taking a profit has been the white line. If the price breaks below the white line, okay. So especially on Microsoft, since it's been so strong, if the price does come to Microsoft, that's where I might take the profit. Okay, is it a buy? I think it's a very risky spot. It has run up a lot. I think a lot of people with these earnings are going to be starting to take some profit out of them. I think uh, so. May not be that much into buying right now. So it's kind of flattening out the top too. If you take a look at these candles here. So again, incredible run on Microsoft. I wouldn't. I don't think I would be a buyer here, but I would be taking profits on them. Okay. What about Meta? Again, I'm gonna tell you guys that I've been telling a long time. This is gonna be $1,000 stock. Okay. It's 695 that it closed yesterday at. Guess where it is today? Way up here. Okay. Where is it sitting? 774 bucks this morning. It's almost up. What, close to $100 to the upside? Yeah. So $1,000 to the upside, definitely a nice breakout, nice gap up. Earnings were very strong. All right, take a look at the earnings. $1.25. I'm sorry, $1.25. They were 21% surprise to the upside. 21%. That's And if you look at also the revenue, they beat it by like almost $3 billion to the upside. I've been talking about the technology. I've been talking about this stock now for a long time. I'm still gonna say this is gonna continue to the upside. It's $1,000. If you have it, I would still hang on to it. $1,000 next level for Meta. So anybody have any questions so far? Anybody? Any questions? So we had Microsoft, Meta. We also had Qualcomm come out with earnings yesterday. They beat the numbers as well. Let's see how that stock is doing. If it's a buy, this stock they beat the numbers here, but a little bit of guidance on their part was to the downside. But I think it's an opportunity to buy this stock to the downside. It's down $8 this morning. Qualcomm is sitting at roughly $159.06. Yesterday close. Today is 151. I think it's an opportunity to buy on Qualcomm. Okay, especially if I don't, even at current price. From what I've seen, I looked at the earnings. I looked at the numbers. So what was there on a little bit guidance on was what was on guidance. So let me just punch up the news here that I was reading here earlier. So basically, what they said they were gonna. The reason the stock really kind of hit to the downside was they were gonna spend more and more money on the automotive industry. They were gonna spend like $22 billion, and that's what spooked a lot of the analysts on the stock, and they kind of downgraded the Qualcomm a little bit to the downside. $22 billion they were gonna spend on the automotive industry. And that was kind of surprising. Still, I mean, this stock I don't think they're going to spend $22 billion. I think that's a lot. But I think this is an opportunity. I think they created something negativity on part of the stock. So I'm definitely looking for this stock to buy to the upside. Quickly, anybody, NFE? Let's take a look at NFE.
Devinder Paji, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੱਲ ਡੈਡਲਾਈਨ ਟਰੰਪ ਦੀ ਟੈਰਿਫ ਦੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਇਫੈਕਟ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਤੇ?
Oh, definitely, Paji. Especially Canadian market, I think will get more affected than the American market. So right now, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਸ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ change ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ. I don't think anything is going to happen by Monday. So if nothing happens, the tariffs will kick in. He's talking about 35% tariff on all Canadian goods. But ek gal yaad rakhiyo, that doesn't apply to USMCA. USMCA will remain in effect till next year. He cannot do anything about that. So anything within that USMCA, we don't have to worry about till next year. So I don't think there's going to be a huge problem. The only problem right now is that he's putting the tariffs on copper. He's putting it on aluminum and steel. And the thing is, that's going to hurt him. I think that's going to hurt him more than it's going to hurt Canada, to be honest with you. And I think that's why I think just Carney should just keep his mouth quiet, not say anything, and let this guy talk. And what's going to happen? The prices in the U.S. are going to escalate. And if they escalate, it's going to cost them a lot more. But they're going to feel this down the road. About a month, 2 months down the road, they're going to feel this. And when they're going to feel this, I bet you Donald Trump comes up with a better deal for Canada. Okay? We got 40 million people. They got 400 million people. It's going to hurt the U.S. more than it's going to hurt Canada. I understand this morning the Canadian GDP came out. It was actually negative 0.1. Our economy is not doing too good right now. Okay? Our economy is not doing good right now. A lot of people are losing jobs. Our economy is struggling overall. Right? But I think we can be smart about it and create our own jobs here in Canada. And that's what Carney should be doing. Okay, so we will see him next job report what Mr. Carney is actually doing. So he should be creating Canadian jobs in Canada, providing, selling to Europe, selling to Asia and stuff like that. Okay, so let's take a look at quickly NFE. New Fortis Energy, another energy stock. This stock is $3.02, buddy. It's very to the downside. Chart is negative. So let's take a look at the fundamentals. Are they going to help? This it's an integrated gas to power energy infrastructure. They're based out of New York. Wow, this dividend is crazy. Can they uphold this dividend? 820. It's less than $1 billion company. Let's take a look at the numbers. Doesn't have a price to earnings ratio. We'll see that. The margins are very low. When the price to sales ratio is below like a 1, that means your profit margins are not there. Okay? So I don't know if they're going to be able to hold up that dividend with these low profit margin. Okay? Price to cash flow. I like this number. I really like this number. The reason I like this number here, if any energy stock that trades under 5 times below their number here, that usually says it's a pretty good remember, this stock has been coming down too, and these numbers get better as the stock comes down. Okay, these numbers get better, and it's under book value right now, 0.53. Okay, so these numbers are not bad. Why it doesn't have a price to earnings ratio? Let's take a look at the earnings. Why? Because the earnings were negative. If you take the last 4 quarters, you'll find that the negative earnings. And also the future is negative. Look at these and then the forecast. So I would not go near this stock. The future is negative. The chart is to the downside. Very small company. I don't think they're going to be able to keep their dividend. They might slash that dividend. Chart's going down. You know, unless something that is something that they are doing that they're going to change this company around with. By looking at these numbers, I would just stay away. Okay. So what's the next one? AEM. Let's take a look at AEM. This one is Angenico Mines. I like this company. I do. And it's going up there. I've been saying that for a while. If you, the numbers are really good on this one. Fundamentals. The chart looks really good on this one. Let's take a look at I'll show you the numbers, guys, what I mean. When you look at the statistics, these are good numbers. Not bad at all. And you take a look at this growth in revenue. Okay, pretty steady company to the upside. Does it pay a dividend? Well, a little bit, 1.30. Overall, they are into gold exploration. Gold price is way up there. Again, they're based out of Toronto, Canada. I like them. $62 billion company, pretty solid. Very strong chart to the upside. This could have a nice breakout to the upside. If you have it, I would hang on to it. But if you're looking to sell or if you have a good profit, keep in mind around $122. That's where I would start taking a profit if it's that below, or even here at 114. So it's a solid company. We did a number of analysis on it before. We did analysis here when we said, okay, if this breaks above the trend and buy. Same thing, we did analysis again when it broke here. I said, okay, well, if it breaks above here, buy again. So right now it's holding a very strong trend. Another thing you can do is you can go in here and draw a trend line like this. Look how many points are touching. Now, if this stock breaks below the trend line, you may want to sell it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 points that are holding this trend line very solid. The more it touches, the stronger the trend line. You can actually bring this trend line to all the way to down here if you want. So very strong trend line. If it breaks below that, that's where you want to take your profit. That's another way of taking a profit, guys. Guys, if you're holding a stock that's going up pretty steadily and you got a trend line, you can touch more than 3-4 spots. That's where you want to exit. Okay. So that's AEM. Let's take a look at BA. BA has come down recently, and if you're looking to buy, this is a company that I think has won up pretty quick, pretty fast with all the good news, but now they have to deliver. They have to deliver earnings, which they did a little bit of it here. I still think these numbers need to be strong. They were not expecting the great numbers out of these here, but again, they need to start getting to the profitability. Okay, they need to get this number up. The revenue number will come too. They are producing 37 Max 737s every month. 37, that's a lot, and that should bump up their revenue. That should also bring in earnings. So this is that's why this stock is anticipating of that, has been going up. There's only 2 airlines in the world. I keep talking. There's Airbus, and then there is this one. This one has also got defense contracts as well. Okay, as they continue to go up. So if you have it like we have it, I know me and Gurkeet are holding from 137. I'm gonna continue to hold. I think it's gonna eventually go higher. Okay. So again, very solid company. Are there any other ones they want to talk about? Oh. Okay. Is there any other ones? Anybody who has any other companies? Okay. Anyways, I got about 13 minutes to get ready for the show. I will try to come back as soon as possible back here, and we'll talk about more stocks. Today is Thursday, and we'll we'll talk more about stocks. So thank you very much. We'll see you at 9:30. Thank you.